utilicen este, si alguien tiene que utilizarlo, por aquello de que haya alguna pregunta, porque este va a ser para preguntas del público, lo mantienen cerca de la boca y no lo
We're very glad to have you here today with this final presentation of these two courses. And I know that you prepare a lot. And I know that this has been really hard weeks because it's the end of the semester. So in advance, I congratulate you for being here and for being prepared. You look so good looking today. And we're going to start with the first group. So this is IFGE Talks, Smart Marketing in the Age of AI. And we will start with the first group, Camila Rachel Castro Arroyo, Genesis Yulisa Solís Bejarano, Magdalene Gisela Espinosa Ramírez, and María Ángel González Benavides, and Mariana Arroyo. So in a moment, we will call you, and before you come, we're going to continue with Professor Berenice, that she's going to give you some words too.
Good morning, guys, as well as Professor Kerry. I'm very glad that we are here today and we get to conclude this course in this way. As I mentioned before, you guys have a lot of potential, so I wish you the best of luck for today.
So girls, from group 1, you can start, and I hope that you can shine. So a round of applauses for them to feel better.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Camila Castro, and now my group will introduce themselves.
I'm Genesis Solís.
Hi, my name is Magdalis.
Hi, my name is Mariana. Hi. Yeah. Hi, my name is María Ángel González. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mariana Arroyo.
Today, I want to start with a simple question. When was the last time you remembered an advertisement because it made you feel something? Think about it. Maybe it was a video that inspired you, a commercial that made you cry, or a social media post that made you think. That is exactly how I feel. That is storytelling. In content marketing, storytelling is powerful because people connect with emotions, experiences, and values, not just products. For example, instead of saying we sell coffee, a brand can tell the story of a stressed student who finds comfort and motivation with a cup of coffee before an important exam. Now, the coffee is more than a drink. It represents comfort and motivation. That is the difference between selling a product and telling a story. Storytelling makes content more human, memorable, and helps build trust. And every good story has a character, a conflict, and a resolution. In marketing, the customer is the character, the problem is the conflict, and the brand provides the solution. That is why storytelling is both creative and strategic. It helps brands connect with people, build trust, and create memorable experiences. Now, Mariangel is going to explain how storytelling creates an emotional connection with the audience.
Well, hi. Now I'm going to talk about the emotional connection. And in the new era of marketing, it's common to see that the brands uses phrases like you need to buy this product is so useful, or brand is very old and you need to buy our products because we are good at it. So that is not the best way to sell. The best way to sell is by creating emotion and personal connections with the customer. So the customer should be the main character of the story. The brand comes to be the hero of the story, the guide, the helper to reach that point to the customer. So take, for example, in the movies, we care about the main character of the movie and we can relate to them by giving them the attention of how they will solve their problems and how will end in the movie. So the character of the advertisement should be the customer. Take, for example, a brand of skincare. So if you just say that you have to buy this product from us, is not enough. So the other way could be that they create an advertisement in which they include a person who has acne in her or him skin, and that girl or that boy will talk about her story or him story. So the persons or the customers will connect with the person that is in the screen, and they will be more able to buy that product because we feel connected. And in the other hand, we have the shopping that we do. We shop in the most of the times because we feel personal connections with the products. So we don't buy a thing just because we need it. We buy a thing because we feel that we are connected with that product. So that is a way to sell to the people. We have to create a story in which people feel connected with the product and feel the need of have it. And imagine in this case, a person who has no time for do workout or go to the gym. So in an advertisement, we can create a app to give them the opportunity to do workout and at home and do some exercise. Because imagine a people or a person, in my case is very common, that I have no time to go to the gym, or a person who work a lot. And also if I see an advertisement in which there is an app, I can feel relate with that because I can do workout at home instead of go to the gym. So we have to make clear points that the storytelling is not about just telling a story, it's about also the emotional connections. Now Genesis will continue by explaining the golden circle.
Thank you, Maria Angel. Another important idea in storytelling is the golden circle. Why, how, and what. Many businesses start by explaining what they sell. For example, we sell coffee, we sell skincare products, and we sell workout plans. But the strongest brands do not start only with what they sell, they start with why they exist. The why is the purpose of the brand. It is the reason the brand exists beyond making money. This is important because people connect more with purpose than with the product. Let's use the coffee shop example again. The what is simple. The coffee shop sells coffee. The how could be it offers good quality drinks, a calm space, and safe and friendly service. But the why is deeper. Maybe the coffee shop exists to show. Maybe the coffee shop exists to give students and workers a place where they can feel comfortable, friendly, and
secure.
In content marketing, this is very important because content should not feel empty, it should communicate a purpose. For example, a fitness app does not only exist to show exercises, its purpose can be helping busy people take care of their health. A skincare brand does not only sell creams, its purpose can be helping people take care of their health. When a brand communicates their whys, people can identify their golden ideas. And now Mariana will continue.
Well, thank you, Genesis. Now let's look at some real examples of storytelling in content marketing. Well, our first example is a coffee shop. So in this case, imagine a student who has an important exam, but she's tired, stressed, and can't concentrate. Then she finds a coffee shop where she can relax, enjoy a coffee, and study in peace. Here, the character is the student, the conflict is stress and lack of energy, and the resolution is the coffee shop. So here, the story isn't just about coffee, it's about motivation and comfort. And a persuasive message for this brand could be more than coffee, a place to keep going. Now think about someone who works all day and doesn't have time to exercise. Then he discovers a fitness app with short workouts that fit into their daily life. And here the character is the busy worker, the conflict is the lack of time, and the resolution is the fitness app. And a persuasive message for this brand could be, your health doesn't need hours, it only needs a start. Finally, imagine a teenager who feels insecure about her skin, and after trying different products, she finds one that help improve her skin and makes her feel more confident. Here, the character is the teenager, the conflict is insecurity, and the resolution is the skincare product. And a persuasive message for this brand could be, healthy skin, a stronger confidence. So as you can see, these three examples show that storytelling can make simple products more meaningful. And yes, many brands sell similar products. So what makes one brand different? The story. Why? Because a good story gives a brand personality, helps people remember it, and creates stronger connections with customers. And storytelling can be used in videos, blogs, emails, social media, advertisements, no matter the format. The goal is always the same, connect with people. So instead of asking what product do we want to promote, brands should ask, what story does our audience need to hear? And that question can make all the difference. Now my partner Magdalis is going to highlight the main points and conclude this presentation.
Thank you, Mariana. To conclude, storytelling is one of the most important part of content marketing. A brand can have a good product, a good price, and a good organized design. But if people don't feel connected to the brand, they may forget it. Stories help people remember. When a brand tells stories, it is not only selling a product, it is sharing feelings, ideas, and experience. It shows that the brand understands people's problems and want to help. This creates trust. And trust is very, very important because people like to buy from brands they trust. Today, we see hundreds of posts and videos on social media. Most of them are forgotten very quickly, but a good story can make people stop, listen, and remember. And that is the power of storytelling. During our presentation, we learned about a good story has a customer, a product, a problem, and a solution. And we also learn about a golden circle. How, why, and what. The why help people understand the purpose of the brand. So our final message is simple. If a brand wants people to remember it, it needs more than a good product. It's a brand wants people to trust it, it needs more than a good advertisement. It needs a story. Because people don't want only buy products. They buy feelings, they buy experience, they buy connections, they buy ideas. So if you want your brand to grow, don't just sell products, tell a story. Thank you very much for your attention. We hope you learned something new today and enjoyed our presentation.
¿Cómo me quito esto?
Going to move on to next group. Next group, group number 2, can come here and you can get ready with the microphones. Next group will be Alexandra Correa, Mónica Hidalgo, Valerie Gutiérrez, Genesis Espinosa y Jochevet Mora.
Imagine opening a business and deciding not to use the internet. No social media, no website, no online advertising. How many customers do you think would actually find you? The reality is that in today's world, if a company decides to not be visible online, for many people, it's like it almost doesn't exist. Good morning, we are group number 2, and our topic is digital marketing. Digital marketing is the use of digital channels such as social media, websites, search engines, email, and online advertising to promote products and connect with customers. But the reality is that digital marketing is much more than just posting content or creating advertisements. It is about building connection and influencing decisions. Think about your own habits. Before buying something, where do you go first? Most people search online, read comments, compare prices, watch videos, or even check social media. And businesses know that. And that is exactly why digital marketing has become so essential. And one of the reasons it has become so powerful is because of its ability to reach people where they already spend their time. Every day, millions of people use their phones and interact online. So companies no longer wait for them to come to meet them. Instead, they actively connect with customers through online spaces. Another important reason is accessibility because traditional marketing often requires a large budget, but digital marketing offers the opportunity to businesses of all sizes to compete. A small company with a smart strategy can attract attention and grow alongside larger competitors. Digital marketing also builds a stronger customer relationship instead of one-way communication. Companies can interact directly with customers, respond to feedback, or create experiences that encourages loyalty. And perhaps one of its greatest advantages is that they can measure results in real time. They can analyze customer behavior, evaluate campaigns, or instantly improve their decisions. And in a business environment, that becomes more competitive every day. So, as you can see, digital marketing is no longer just a trend, it is a necessity. And companies that understand how to use it gain visibility, build a stronger customer connection, and create more opportunity for growth. So, now that we understand why digital marketing matters so much, we can continue by exploring the strategies business use to make it work.
Good morning. The first major shift is to know how easily is to identify your target market. In the past, companies just threw ads at everywhere and everyone and hope that someone would buy it. By today, digital tools let you look at real data to focus on what is your ideal customer. So, for example, their age, what kind of things they love, and what problems they need to solve. You need to know this to know what kind of exactly group you can talk and offer your products, because you can't waste your money or your time in a specific group if there will be a waste of your time. Once you know who is your ideal target market, digital marketing lets you let you look who is your real values to connect with your customers. For example, if you have a real value with your customers, you will be more identified with them and will be growing. You will have something powerful that a corporate ever could, because it is not just about showing buy your product anymore. It is about creating entertaining videos. It is about sharing helpful tips. And the most important thing is to answer the questions online before they even buy your products, because that will connect you with them. This is why the internet is the biggest equalizer, because a small brand can't show up in the same smartphone screens than a big brand and a giant as company, and you will win them over.
Okay, well, now that we understand the importance of knowing our audience, we can move to another crucial part. Making sure that the message you want to share actually reaches the right people can become a challenge. However, this is where digital marketing becomes one of the greatest advantages for connecting with customers. First, let's think a little bit about traditional marketing: a billboard on a highway, a newspaper advertisement, or a television commercial. Do you think that nowadays that specific strategy can work to attract the attention for the target audience you are looking for? Well, maybe depending on the people you want to reach, it can still work. But it is true that in today's reality, people are more engaged through social media platforms and modern technology. Now, another point is that digital marketing channels give businesses the chance to interact with specific audiences. Thanks to this, companies can avoid wasting money on traditional publicity where maybe a lot of people can see an ad, but it is probably that none of them are interested. That specific level of precision is only possible through digital marketing tools. Now, another advantage is that businesses can use digital marketing channels for different purposes. For example, social media marketing allows us to promote products and services through platforms we use every day, like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and others. Now, another advantage is that SEO, or search engine optimization. This tool provides companies the chance to appear on the top on search engines like Google. By using the correct keywords and creating high quality content, companies can increase their chances of appearing on the top of search results. So, in today's competitive world, using traditional marketing alone is no longer enough. It is necessary to take advantage of new technologies in order to improve our communication and connect better with customers. Now, my classmate Valerie is going to continue with more details.
So now I will continue with measuring business performance. We talked about that digital marketing can help business to catch the right audience and create value with their customers. But we need to answer an important question. How do business know that their digital marketing efforts are catching the right audience and the customers that they need? And so now think about this for a moment. Imagine that one day you are wasting weeks building a platform for a business, and you are creating attractive content for that, and you need to invest your time, your effort, and your resources, and that can make that the business catch the customers. But how do you know that if you never analyze the data? And how do you know that all the customers and audience that you have are the customers that you need? So that is that if you don't take action, there is not improvement. And that is why measuring business performance is one of the most important parts of digital marketing. Business, they are really on facts and structures that can make them to catch the ideas that they need. And for that, we have the important part that is key performance instruments.
Well, let's begin with the most successful example, Amazon, where its success is not only because it sells millions of products, it's the way Amazon understands its customers. Every click, every view, every purchase helps Amazon learn more about what its customers value. Example, you buy a laptop, Amazon may suggest a mouse or headphones. They are not random. They are based on what customers have searched or bought before. But how does Amazon process billions of interactions from customers around the world? Well, the answer is artificial intelligence. It allows companies to analyze information in real time, something that no human teams could do alone. AI predicts customer preferences, answers through chatbots, and even determines which products should appear first on customers' screen. Instead, it allows marketers to spend less time analyzing and more time developing innovative ideas. Its main goal, well, to create a more personal experience for each customer. Spotify personalizes playlists, Netflix recommends movies. Today, personalization is not something extra, it's what customers expect for every business. If digital marketing is changing, well, that is something that always be important. People trust people. That's why many customers trust opinions of content creators, not traditional ones. So, what comes next? The future of digital marketing is taking place, and artificial intelligence will be part of it. And for the challenges, well, to protect their customers' personal information will be a problem, and companies must be honest about the way that they collect and use the data. But the biggest challenge in the future will not be creating better technology. It will be using that technology in the right way while giving customers trust. Thank you very much for your attention.
Well, it has been a morning of learning and seeing you presenting in a great way. And now we're going to continue with the next group that I'm pretty sure they are going to do as well as the previous one. We are going to continue with group number 3, which is in charge of Camila Castro Soto, Jeremy Martinez Urbina, Jose Pablo Castro Arias, Gretel Arias Arias, and Sander Perez Jimenez. So we're going to receive them with a round of applause, please.
You're having a great day and enjoying the presentations. Today we will discuss the digital marketing, a project direct and developed by Gretel, Jeremy, Camila, and Jose Pablo, and my person. Based on that, we will move on to the today's agenda. We will have the introduction, the what is the digital marketing and why it does it matter. Next, we'll how the digital marketing works, the artificial intelligence and data ethics, the benefits and real life examples, and finally the challenge, future trends, and conclusions. Based on that, I would like to start with a question. How many of you have checked your phone or see social media? Having considered that we have like 3 to inclusive 1 hour that we just woke up. So raise your hand if you have checked your phone, social media, like less than 10 times. Raise your hand. Perfect. If it is more than 10, more than 10. Okay. Well, that means that we inclusive the how many times just once we have checked it, and that means that we are online people. Based on that, uh, show us that most of us use platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, Google, and streaming apps. But have you wondered why some apps appears on your screen? Well, that's the magic of the digital marketing. Digital marketing is based on the promoting products, services, brands through digital channels such as social media, websites, search engines, and inclusive by email. Based on that, today it is important because these businesses can reach their customers through where they spend most of their time, by online, like us. Comparing to the traditional marketing which uses the TV, the radio, the newspapers, or the billboards, digital market is more interactive because allows the businesses to reach their specific audience and help them to measure the results, and also helps to often to reach oftenly affordable and more effective. So based on that, the purpose of this presentation is to see the importance of the digital marketing and how it works. Now we will move to our second speaker will be Gretel, that will explain how it works and how it is important.
Well, good morning. Imagine this. You wake up, check your phone, scroll through Instagram, watch TikTok, and looking for something on Google. Before your day even started, you already interacted with digital marketing in several times. But this is the interesting part. How many of these choices were really yours, and how many of these choices were designed to catch your attention? The truth is that digital marketing doesn't feel like advertising. It feels like finding exactly what you want in a perfect time. Imagine this. You are planning your next vacation. You search for hotels and beaches. Suddenly, your social media are full of hotel recommendations, deals, ticket tips, and it can feel like magic, but it is not. It is just a smart strategy. Businesses use different tools to understand what their customers are looking for. Social media helps to have conversations with their customers instead of just selling their products. And search engines make sure that companies appear when people are looking for answers. The biggest advantage of digital marketing is that companies can focus on just in people who are most likely to pay for their product or their service. As wonderful, as powerful it can look, it makes us stop and thinking. If companies can learn so much about our decisions, what we search, what we watch, where we can draw the line between personalization and privacy. That's exactly what our next speaker will explore with you.
Thank you so much, Gretel, for your presentation. So now my topic is about artificial intelligence and data ethics. So I want to divide this topic in two important points. The first one is the benefits of the artificial intelligence in companies, and the second one it is the data ethics. So Regarding to the first point, I want to mention that many companies use artificial intelligence to because it helps work faster and easier. And also there are other benefits like automatization task, like use a chatbot to answer a question, sending automatic emails, and last one is to recommending products. Now I want to highlight the last benefits because it's the most innovative. Companies use artificial intelligence to suggest some products according to the previous purchase. Let me put an example. If you buy running shoes, they use this data and collect this data to provide you some suggestion of other products like bicycles or sporting clothes. However, AI sometimes use a lot of information, and there is where the ethics become important because company should use and collect information responsibly. And also, we as a customer, we have to have the knowledge of what information is being collected. And finally, sorry, the companies have to provide you the opportunity to choose if you want to share your personal information. Now, I want to share my opinion about artificial intelligence. So I consider it's very important and useful for companies, but the companies have the responsibility to use in a good way because it's the best path to create a line between customer and the companies. Thank you so much.
So now, guys, I want uh, I want to present you with a situation. Let's say that you make the best donuts in town, but what happens if you make them, but nobody knows about your business, nobody knows that they're the best, nobody hears about them, and what would be your next move? What would you do next? Maybe you want to make a TV commercial, or maybe you want to get a big billboard on one of the highways so that everyone can see what an amazing product you have, and they should get it, and they should come to your store, look at your website, and they should purchase this amazing product that you're selling them. So that's the real power of digital marketing. Exposing your business, your product, so that everyone gets to know what an amazing thing you're making that everyone has to get. So wouldn't that be amazing for your business or for your company to get digital marketing to work with you into getting people all around the world to know the thing that you're doing and how amazing it is, and how everyone should be doing it as well, or getting it, or maybe coming from different places, visiting, and coming specifically to you, to your product, to your business? Wouldn't that be amazing? So one of the most important things is that reaching out to your customers, it's very difficult sometimes. Before we had all this technology, these digital tools, all about the internet and stuff, businesses were only known locally. So you would only go to a place or to get a product if you have heard about it. But now, if you look at your phone and you see a bunch of products that you want, you can get them because they're online. You can get them on their website. You can get them shipped to you wherever you are. So small businesses can sell products to the United States, to another continent, and that's a big advantage now for small businesses. They can also compete with big companies that, you know, they're very wealthy. They don't have money issues. They could do the TV commercial, they could do the billboard, and they can also hire people to manage their digital platforms. But now small businesses can do that as well with social media and digital marketing, and that's where AI comes as a tool to help and to improve these techniques, because this is a technique that is used to promote your business. And this technique also is personalized to yourself. So many brands gather all the information that they can measure, because now they can look at how many people view their content, how many people interacted with it, they shared it, they commented, they were looking at it, they were sharing it with friends and family and everyone they wanted to. So they can measure the data and they can personalize what they present to you as well. So this is an invitation for you to explore digital marketing, use it. With every great tool, there comes challenges, and there's ways to face these challenges from technology, and that it's an amazing opportunity for us now that we are entering a new business technology era. And I invite you to explore this new technology.
Thank you so much, Camila. And okay, thank you so much. I know that we have seen that digital marketing usually offers many opportunities, not only for companies, but also for us, right? But it usually also comes with different challenges. The first one, let's say the biggest one, it's the high level of competition. Companies are always competing with other companies in order to attract the customer attention. Are always competing with the other companies in order to attract the customer attention. Another important point is that social media are always changing with different trends. So a company must adapt and keep learning. Other important aspect is the part of privacy. Companies must respect and protect the customer data in order to create a stronger relationship, being transparent and responsible. And now let's look ahead, because artificial intelligence is constantly growing. Artificial intelligence is everywhere. And now it's improving not only the customer experience, but also artificial intelligence are improving the part of automatization and personalization. Other important aspect is that in the part of social media, companies must be creative and original, because let's be honest, sometimes it's a little bit boring being scrolling on TikTok and always seeing the same advertisement. It's a little bit boring, right? So companies must be creative and original in order to catch that customer attention. And now to conclude, it's important to mention that digital marketing, it's not just an option. Digital marketing is a crucial part of business, today's business market, right? So guys, my message to you, it's pretty simple. Whether you want to start a business, work for a company, or create your own brand, your personal brand, learning about digital marketing, it's going to be an investment for you in the future. Do you consider that companies will succeed without having a strong digital marketing strategy? Thank you so much.
we're going to move on to group number 4. In this group, we have Dariel Olate, Ruth Espinosa, Fabiana Castillo, José Manuel Arrieta, y Carlos Chinchilla. They will be talking about Introduction to Generative AI Marketing.
Good morning. Yeah. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dariel Olate. Today, my teammates and I are excited to explain you how generative AI is transforming the world of marketing. Before we begin, I would like you to do something. Think about the last time you were scrolling in Instagram or TikTok, and then you saw an advertisement of something that you had been thinking about buying. It almost felt as if your phone could read your mind, right? Has that ever happened to you? Yes, thank you. Well, artificial intelligence was probably behind that. Now, I would like you to raise your hand if you had ever received recommendations of a product, movie, or food that matches exactly with what you are looking for. Please raise your hand. Thank you very much. As we can see, almost all of you have experienced that. But what is generative AI? Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that can create that creates images, videos, or even entire marketing campaigns. Today, we are going to introduce what is generative AI and show you how it affects the relation between companies and customers. Now, my partner, Jose Manuel, will explain how generative AI is used in modern marketing.
So, if you, well, sorry. Imagine that everyone in this room needs to create a brand, and you have access to an AI tool that can help you doing that. And what if one of the most powerful tools wasn't another person, but artificial intelligence? A few years ago, that sounds impossible, but today it's a reality. So following the example of a brand, maybe you create, I don't know, a clothing brand, a bakery, your own business. And would you rather spend hours sending messages, answer emails, creating posts and advertisement, or you prefer have a tool that can help you do it all that just in a few seconds and minutes? Probably you choose the second option, right? And that's why generative AI is improving and transforming marketing. And not it's about doing your work faster, it's about doing in a smart way and save time. And as some partners said in their presentation, customers want a personalized experience, as Netflix do it. With AI, you can follow behaviors and preference online, and you can create a personal experience for them. Also, customer service is important. With chatbots, you can answer in any time. It's like 24/7 support. And many people think that AI is replace or will replace critical thinking, creativity, but it doesn't. It's only a tool that can help you do your job. It's only that. So at the end of the day, humans still make the final decision. It's only a tool that helps you. And in the end of the day, the future of marketing belongs who knows how to use these tools wisely. So AI doesn't replace people. It's only a tool that can empower marketers. Now my partner Fabiana will follow with the presentation.
Thank you, Jose. Now we have seen how generative AI is changing marketing, but you may be wondering, is this something for the future? The answer is no. It's already happening. Many companies use generative AI to improve their marketing and to connect with customers. For example, Netflix and Spotify use AI to recommend you series, movies, or songs based on what you like. Online stores also use AI. When you share for a product like a pair of shoes and then you see similar ads on social media, that happened because AI learn what people want, what people like, and what people are interested. And with AI, we can do a lot of things. For example, now imagine that you own a small coffee in Costa Rica. Instead of spending hours creating content, you could use AI to produce, to create captions, images, and to reply to customers' reviews. With AI, a small business can save time and can compete with bigger companies. AI have a lot of benefits like save time, reduce costs, produce content faster, and you
also can improve the customer's attention because AI can make the personal conversation. But like everything, AI has some things bad and some things good. And my partner Carlos is going to explain you more about that part.
Thank you, Fabiana. Good morning, classmates and professors. We already heard about some benefits that generative AI have, but I want to explain you that there are some challenges that we can't ignore. Now, let me ask you something. Would you trust in a business that publishes that made posts with false information and a business that make false information with that is made by artificial intelligence? Will you trust them? Probably not. That's exactly why it is important to highlight the responsible use of artificial intelligence when we are advertisement. One of the biggest challenges is accuracy. One of the biggest challenges is accuracy. We know that artificial intelligence is very advanced, it has a lot of information, but sometimes it generates information that sounds convincing, but actually it could be incorrect. If businesses don't review this information before posting in social media, they could lose customers' trust. Another important issue is privacy, because some businesses insert customers' data into AI, into AI to do an analysis. And while this information can help to improve marketing, the business is responsible to protect personal information and use it ethically. And the last challenge is the human factor, because we know that as my partner Jose said, that AI is not going to replace us, because most of you, if you have a favorite brand, you may have a connection because of the customer experience or wherever you see that is made by humans, not exactly completely made by artificial intelligence. So these kind of connections are most important, that something that generative AI can make. And I will give the space to Ruth to conclude our presentation.
Thank you, Carlos. Now we know more about what is generative artificial intelligence in marketing and how companies use it, its advantages, and also its challenges. So let's go back to our first question. Have you ever seen an ad and feel like it was made for you? Now we have the answer. It probably was AI. Now, the artificial intelligence is changing the way companies communicate with people. And in the future, it will become even more important. But the future of marketing is not about technology. It is about using technology in a smart and responsible way. And as
future business professional, this is very important for all of us. Artificial intelligence can help us create new ideas, write text, create images, and save time. But the artificial intelligence can't replace people. It can't replace creativity. It can't replace empathy. And the most important, the artificial intelligence can't replace the communication between person to another person. So I want to leave you with a last question. Will AI replace marketers? I don't think so. I think the best marketers will be the people who know how to use AI in the right way. Because AI is a tool, not a replacement. And remember, even the best AI can smile, shake someone's hand, or enjoy a cup of coffee with a customer. So don't feel afraid of AI. Learn how to use it and use it responsibly. And remember, always, the human touch will make the difference. Thank you for listening us. I hope you enjoy our presentation and have a wonderful day.
And well, now we're gonna take a little break so that if you need to go to the bathroom or something, we're gonna be back at 9:45. Okay.
break, we're going to move on to group number 5, which is Kendry Alvarez, Eliana Alfaro, Johan Aguilar, Betsabe Vega, and Kaylin Barrantes. They will be presenting attract customers through valuable content and tailored experiences.
Well, classmate, professor, our topic is attract customers through valuable content and tailored experiences. Well, I want to start with a situation. I don't know if you, in a specific time, you are watching videos related to marketing, maybe, or whatever content that you want to acquire or spend your time in consuming. For example, sometimes we are watching videos on the internet, can be YouTube. Suddenly, extreme an irrelevant video appears. For example, I like to watch videos related to motorcycle. Suddenly, videos related to babies or something strange appears. It's so likely that you will be looking for to push the escape button to avoid this content because it's irrelevant for you. In my case, I'm gonna start explaining about this situation that many companies spend a lot of time making this kind of content that many people do not pay attention. So, on the other hand, it is important to highlight that right now there are algorithms that study and remember the viewing history, all the content that you are consuming. Because of that, when you are watching videos related to, I don't know, marketing, is probably that will be appearing the same content. These algorithms remember all your preferences, but in YouTube, it doesn't happen. It's probably the same video that appeared for you will be appearing for everyone. Because of that, the personalization is so very important to create content that is relevant for a specific audience. In my case, I like to consume about motorcycles, about the things that I am studying. So, in my case, it's so very important the personalization, create content related that whatever the audience wants to consume. And now I gonna be let you with my partner.
Thank you, Johan. Thank you, Johan. That is exactly the point. Vegan relevance doesn't happen by accidents. Actually, every successful business has one thing in common. They truly know their audience. Every successful business starts with one common question: who are my customer? Not just their age, not just where they live, but who they are, what they like, what do they need, what makes them choose one brand from another brand. That is called buyer persona. Buyer persona, it's a profile of a business, it's a profile of a customer ideal. It is created by basic things like what do you like and what do you need. When brands know your interests, know what do you like, know what do you need, these brands can create real content that is useful for you. And I would like ask if you has a favorite brand. Think about it. Think about it, your favorite brand. What do you like it? Maybe because the brand understands you. Maybe because the content is relevant for you. And that is not by accident. When business use marketing research to learn these things about you. They do interviews, they do surveys, they collect feedbacks about you. And because of this, business understand what do you like. And successful business not start with speaking. They start with listen. And that is the important point of today. First, you need to listen for a successful business. Next, my partner, Betsa, will continue with my idea.
The microphone, okay. Their relationships take time. They are built through honesty, consistency, and trust. They are consistency. I'm gonna start again. Relationships take time. They are built through honesty, consistency, and trust. People trust because when one show up, they keep their promises and they prove that they are reliable over time. This process can be rushed because if someone tries to skip it, the other person usually notices. The same idea applies to the relationship between a brand and its customers. If a company focuses only on make a sale before creating a real connection, it is asking customers to trust too soon. And if nowadays customers can recognize easily when a company only wants to sell a product or a service instead of helping them. Another important point here is the valuable content. Good content is not just an advertising in another format. It gives people information they actually need. It could be an article that answers a common question, a guide to solve a problem, or a post that helps customers to make better decisions. And when people receive this kind of value, they start thinking like, this company actually understands what I need. Another important aspect in this process is the market segmentation. When no every customer has the same preferences, interests, or needs. So a message that works well for one group of people may not be effective for another. So that's why depersonalization is essential here. And when companies know their audience, they can create and share more relevant content and meaningful for them instead of sending the same message for everyone. So now that we understand why this strategy works, let's look at some real examples with Candy.
So everything we talked about is something that is already happening. There are many companies that are using this key and it works. And the best companies are not the ones that invest a lot of money on advertising. There are the ones that spend even more on time to understand their customers, and they do it by surveys, by studying the customer behavior, and also trying to understand what they customers needs. So I'm going to give you two examples of companies that does this. And the first one is HubSpot. That company became very successful by giving to the people um, free a free tool where they can find valid and useful information, and by that way they catch the attention of the customers because they first help the people, giving them the content by free. Then the people trust them, and then the customers are gonna buy their products. Another example is the Spotify Wrapped. Spotify every year does a summary of what people listen, and the there are millions of users that share this information through their social medias. And that is exactly an example of a company that really understands what their customers want. So the results are really clear, and this way of advertising is given 3 times more than the normal advertising, and its cost is much lower than the others. And also, 80% of people said that they prefer companies that brings them and personalized experience and makes them feel valued and comfortable. So there is also a simple message, and it is that this is something that is already happening, and the companies that take this into account has more possibilities to succeed.
Okay, now as we come to the end of our presentation, let's take a moment to think about the main idea we have shared today. Throughout this presentation, about customer behavior, market strategy, customer segmentation, and real examples. Even though all of this, each topic was different, they shared the same idea. Understanding customers is key to successful marketing. Today, many companies have different ways to reach customers, but they also face more competitions than ever before. Because people have so many choices that simply advertising a product is not longer enough, so companies need to give their customers something valuable before asking them to buy. That's why creating unique content and offering personalized experiences are so important. These benefits help companies to build trust and create a stronger relationship with their customers instead of seeing people just as potential buyers. Customers, successful customers see them as just individuals with different needs, goals, and interests. So the most successful brands are not the ones that have the biggest advertising campaign. They are the ones that understand their customers, listen their customers, and provide real value. So when a customer feels understood, they are more likely to trust the brand, stay loyal, and even recommend it to other people. So as we finish, we would like to leave you with a final thought. The best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. It feels like someone finally understood you. So thank you all for your attention.
And I think you're doing great. And now we're gonna continue with team number 6. And this team is in charge of Vanessa Vallejos, Kendall Andrés Ramírez, Milagro Loría, María Fernanda Umaña, and Arelis Amador. They are going to be presenting about marketing management. So we're gonna give them a couple of minutes for them to get ready to start, okay?
Well, good morning, everyone. Before starting, I would like to say thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy our presentation. I would like to start with a question. Have you ever wondered why some companies continue to grow while others just staying at the same place or even disappear? Well, the answer is simple. Successful companies know when and how to adapt. Every business reaches a moment where growth slows down, and it's normally, but in this moment, it's very difficult to know what is the next step, and making decision based on guesses isn't enough because companies need to have a clear strategy to making decision and make a clear strategy that help them to identify opportunities and understand and some risks of the process. That's why we are going to introduce most of the one of the most trustful strategy or tool, which is ends of matrix. It helps businesses to make a smarter decision or choose the best way for the future growth. And dance of matrix isn't just a topic or theory that we study in class. It's more like a practical guide used by companies around the world to grow in a planned and organized way. And growth doesn't happens by chance. It happens when a company have a clear strategy and have the confidence to make the right decision. Now my partner Fernanda is gonna continue.
Well, good morning again. As my classmate explained before, we today explain about different strategy of and soft matrix. The first is market penetration. Sorry. This first I want to start with a short example. Imagine a coffee shop that noticed its sales have started to slow down. So instead of making a new product or opening a new locals, they try to focus on the consumers that they have. So they create promotions such as discount, 2 for 1, and other promotion that help them to improve their sales. As a result of this strategy, they have a new consumers and the consumer that they have increase in their loyalty. So it's a simple example of how this strategy works. So market penetration is a strategy that increases sales in existing products in existing market. It's considered the lowest risk strategy. Why? Because you know that your product, you know your consumers, and you know your market. So at the same time, however, we need to be careful with how can we use it, because if you give your to your consumer a lot of information, you create a market saturation. And when you have this, your consumer don't know about your product, they only know about your promotion. So for this reason, you need to take the advantage of this strategy to improve your business. And this strategy is considered the first step of your brand to grow. So my classmate Milagros explain more about other strategy.
Now that we have a strong position in our current market, the next step is market development. So according to Petardi 2022, market development means selling existing products in a new market. In other words, we can keep our successful product, but we introduce it to a new customers. This kind of a strategy can include expanding to new cities, to new countries, different age groups, and even it includes to expanding into new sales channels such as online stores or new distributors. So A great example of this could be Apple, because the company didn't need to create a new product to grow in China. The company only introduced the iPad and iPhone, in the, and they got a great amount of new customers, and those customers embraced them. So um, the that's why I strongly believe that market penetration, it's a great opportunity for companies, because it allows companies um, to increase sales without investing in a completely new product. So there are some challenges, of course. There are risks, such as try to understanding a new culture, also adapting the marketing strategies, or um, also facing new competitors. But the reason I strongly believe this is a great opportunity is because companies can reach a much larger consumer based data. So this allows companies to keep constantly improving, and also increase um, their their incomes. And for these reasons, this is a smart opportunity, because companies that want to continue growing and avoid stagnations can continue in the market. So now my partner Arelis is going to continue.
Thank you, Milagros, and good morning again. While entering into new market is a great strategy, we must also consider what we are selling. Product development is a strategy of creating new products or improve existing ones to satisfy the needs of the current markets. Let me tell you a quick story to show you why this is important. Imagine a popular local coffee shop with loyal customers who stop by every morning, and then a modern cafe which opens across the street, offering faster service and a mobile app. The customer of the first shop still love its coffee. However, they begin wishing for more option. If the first shop doesn't change, those loyal customers start going to the competitor. This story shows that innovation is not just an advantage, it is the requirement to still competitive. And we must give our consumer a reason to stay with us instead of looking at competitor. This strategy is most effective when we already have a presence and need to increase our market share through a new value proposition. For example, if a tech company releases a new version of its phone with much better camera, they are not necessarily finding new people. They are giving their users a new reason to stay with them, and loyal to the brand. Also, and we cannot just guess what to build. This path requires a serious commitment. We must invest in market research, customer and competitor analysis, and development. This, um, this strategy is With this strategy, we must be careful, because even the most innovative idea can fail if we don't understand what we are selling and the needs of the current markets. Now we continue with my partner, Vanessa Vallejos.
Thank you, Arelis. Now, imagine that your business has already conquered its current market. What would be your next move? Would you play it safe or take a block leap. Today, we arrive at the final and most ambitious strategy of the Nances matrix, diversification. Diversification means enter new products or introducing new products into completely new markets, because for both the consumers and the products are unfamiliar. This is considered the highest risk strategy, but with greater risk often comes the opportunities for greater rewards. There are two main types of diversification. The first is related diversification. This happens when a company expands products that are connected to what it already does. For example, imagine a leather shoe company that begins producing leather wallets or handbags. In this case, the company already has the materials, the knowledge, the experience. Also, there is some risk, but it can take advantage of its existing strength. The second is unrelated diversification, which is much more challenging. Imagine that same shoe company deciding to manufacture smartphones. So the company is entering a completely new or different industry with different customers, with different competitors and technology. This risk is higher, but if the strategy succeeds, the opportunity for growth can be extraordinary. So why is this important? The Nances matrix gives managers a clear roadmap to evaluate those decisions. Instead of bringing them, let me a second. Well, the Nances matrix, as I said before, brings the companies a clear roadmap to evaluate the situation. And well, to conclude, for us as future business professionals, one day we may be responsible for making decisions that can shape the future of a company. The Nances matrix reminds us that every opportunity comes from with a choice, and every choice can be guided by a strategy, not be by luck. So don't be afraid. Take that choose to innovate, to enter new markets, to explore new industry, because the companies that grow not always are the biggest, are the ones that make decisions or that make the smartest decisions. So thank you for listening.
now we're going to be moving on with the group of Emily Chacon, Sara Rodriguez, Fiorella Sanchez. They will be presenting social media marketing.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to talk about social media marketing. My name is Sara Rodriguez and my partners are Fiorella Sanchez and Emily Chacon. I want to start with a simple question. Have you ever wondered why some brands seem to be everywhere, like in your feed, in your stories, and even in the ad you scroll past? Well, the answer is very simple. It is social media marketing. Today, more than ever, it is not just entertainment. It is the driving force behind a business success. Do you know what is social media marketing? Well, social media marketing is a digital strategy that allows companies to connect directly with customers, build relationships, and even expand their presence in the global market. So, understanding the concept of social media marketing, let me share with you some benefits of it. The first benefit is brand visibility. Social platforms allow a company to be seen by thousands of people around the world. This by increasing recognition and trust. For example, a small local business can suddenly reach international audiences through Instagram posts. The second benefit is reach. Unlike traditional marketing, social media connects businesses with diverse and segmented audiences, from young people on TikTok to professionals on LinkedIn. Then we have the third benefit, that is direct communication. Customers are not passive spectators, they are commenting, reacting, and also sharing. So these interactions strengthens the bond between the brand and consumers. So think of how a company uses polls and comments to engage directly with its followers. And the final benefit is loyalty. To maintain valuable and consistent content, companies need to build credibility and transform the followers into loyalty customers. So when a brand uploads posts regularly and responds to feedback, they will earn credibility and trust. So now my partner Fiorella will explain you how to create an advertisement step by step.
Okay, so now that we understand about the topic and about some benefits, I'm going to explain about 5 steps that you have to follow if you want to create a successful advertisement to promote your service or your product, especially in social media. The first step, and probably the most important because it's like the point of start of everything, it's to set your goal, because with this you understand what you want to goal or your goal to sell your product or your service. So you have to know what do you want with this. You want more sales or more customers. So with this you can follow the steps and you can continue with the second step, that is to know about your product or your service. And this is more like a responsibility because you are selling something that people are interested in. So you have to know about your product or your service, because for example, if a person see a advertisement of your product on TikTok or Facebook, they're gonna ask you about this, and you have to know about the information to provide to the person that is interested in your product. So it's important to know about this to have a successful process. And the next step is to have keywords, because with this you can go to the people that you want to people see your product and your advertisement. Because for example, if a person is looking for clothes, you can have keywords on your advertisement like shoes or fashion. But if you have in a advertisement of clothes words like food or something like that, it's the ad, it's not going to the right place, so it's like a waste of time. And the final step is to know your audience, because with this you can know about your audience, the people that it's looking for your product or your service. And with this you can understand what they want or what they're looking for. And with these steps you can have successful analysis, and you can do the process and follow the steps to have successful ads in the social media.
Hello. Okay. Now, finally, let's talk about what truly brings social media to life. That is customer engagement. Having followers, it is important, but what it really matters is to building meaningful relationship with them. So every interaction, every every comment, it is an opportunity to create trust, and also to make customer feel to feel valued. So when a brand respond quickly, answer questions, or encourage conversations, they can create a sense of community with their customers. So over time, these satisfied customers become a loyal supporters that not only continue buying things from the brand, but also recommend them to other people. So this is known as brand advocacy, and it's one of the most powerful tools of marketing, because people tend to trust the recommendations from other customers more than traditional advertising. So another important key aspect is brand awareness. This means that social media helps businesses to reach more people. So when users comment on, or share posts, the brand become more visible and easier to remember. So to conclude, social media is not only a platform for advertising, it's a platform to create a relationship with customers. It's a platform to help building trust and also loyalty. So just remember that social media marketing doesn't just sell products. It also helps to build connection with customer. Thank you very much for your attention.
This wonderful morning. And before that, we will have two groups more. And we're going to continue with group number 8, and they're going to be presenting about how to incorporate PPC into your marketing strategy for increased conversions. This group is in charge of Mario Marin, Isabela Montero, Daniela Barbosa, Jair Villegas, and Jose Andres Trigueros. Okay, so a warm welcome to this group.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. Before we begin, I would like to ask you a question. Raise your hand if you have ever searched something on Google and clicked one of the first options. Okay, thank you. Most of the people think that they choose those results naturally, but many times businesses pay for that click, and that is PPC. PPC means pay per click advertising, and it is a kind of digital advertisement where businesses pay only if a person clicks on their ads. Instead of paying just to show their advertisement, they pay only if someone is interested enough to click on it. Let's imagine this. You are going to buy some new shoes. So you search best running shoes on Google, and one of the first options says sponsored. That is PPC. And if you click on it, the business will pay Google for that click. PPC is one of the most important tools in digital marketing because it helps businesses to reach the right people at the right time. And that is why PPC matters, because it is a kind of tool that, thanks to this, businesses can show to people exactly the product that they want to buy, the things that they want to see. So, I'm sorry. Some of the most popular PPC platforms are Google Ads, for example, where ads appear in Google search results, or Meta Ads, which includes Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok ads, where businesses promote their products through short videos. So, PPC is an effective way for businesses to increase their visibility, to reach more customers, and to grow their online sales. As a result, PPC has become one of the most popular ways to advertise, to sell products. Now, my partner Isabela is going to explain why PPC matters.
Thank you. Now that we understand what PPC is, The next question, it is why it is so important for businesses. So now imagine that you open small businesses today. It could be a coffee shop, an online store, or even a clothing brand. So you have great product, good prices, and you're ready to sell. But there is one big problem. People do not know you. So that is where PPC becomes valuable. So PPC helps businesses to gain visibility almost immediately. So instead of waiting weeks or months for people to discover them naturally, companies can place their ads in front of the potential customers right away. And that is one of the biggest advantages of PPC, speed. So another important benefit is targeting. With traditional advertising like billboards or flyers, many people can see your ad, but not everyone is interested in what you're saying, in what you offer, sorry. And with PPC, businesses can be much more specific. So how they target? They target based on their age, gender, location, interests, and also what you are looking for online in that moment. So for example, if someone searches for best running shoes, that person is probably already interested in buying. So a store that sells sports shoes can use their PPC to appear at exactly that moment. And that means their ad reaches the right person at the right time. And now, finally, PPC also gives measurable results. So businesses can track important information or data, like how many people click on their ad, how much each click costs, and whether those clicks turn into actual customers. And that helps businesses to understand what is working and what needs improvement. So basically, PPC is not just about getting attention, it's more about reaching their audience, using data, and also creating a good, great opportunities for growth. And value also, but visibility alone is not enough. So to make PPC truly successful, businesses need to create a clear strategy. And that's what my partner Jair is going to explain. Thank you.
Well, now that Hello? Well, now that my partner explained why PPC matter, it's time to let you guys know how to build a strong PPC strategy. So a successful PPC campaign starts more than just like an advertisement. It says like they need to inspire people to actually buy things. So the first step is to set clear goals. The business needs to know what it wants to achieve, right? So for example, a lot of business want like more people reaching their websites, or more sales, or more customers, or just people that sign up for a service. So maybe a good example could be like a new clothing store that want to sell like all of the online products, or different business that want like a lot of people reaching their website before just like purchase before just like a big purchase. So what I'm trying to say is that if a business set clear goals since the beginning, they are going to be able to see if they are going to acquire the totally buyers. So the second step is to know your audience. This means understanding who your customers are. For example, could be like a company that sells video games. It will not make sense if they just show the ads for people who are not related to gaming. It will be better if they show the ads for people who actually play video games or are looking for new ones. And the third step is to choose the right platform for your business. Not every business needs the same platform that depends on the goals and the audience. So, for example, Google Ads, that helps the people who search for specific items or service that they are looking for. If someone is looking for new running shoes, they are going to be able to help the sports shops to pop up and search the item for them. So if they're going to be able to see the ad, maybe click on it and even buy a new pair of shoes. So if you have all of these advantages, you're going to be in a very good position for your business. So remember to follow those steps. The first one was set clear goals. The second one was understand your audience, and the third one was choose the right platform for your company. So if you follow those steps, you're gonna have like a very successful PPC campaign. So remember that a business also needs different ads that should be like very effective and creative. So my partner will explain more about that.
Well, now that we have talked about how to build a PPC strategy, now we need to learn how to build an effective PPC ad. To build an effective PPC ad, you need a strong headline. And what you need for a strong headline? You need to cater for your customers' needs. If they need to buy something, maybe they are indecisive, so they need to see more products or learn more about your products. So you need a strong headline, maybe buy now, something that you have available at the moment and available for purchase. Or learn more if your item is maybe complicated or is in a wide range of different items. Maybe your customers need to learn more. To build an effective PPC ad, you need those things. Now, I would like to set an example of a PPC ad that for me did not work. Many of us, if not all of us, know Temu. Temu, right? Yes. Maybe answer with a head nod or something. Okay. Yes. Thank you. With Temu, maybe you've seen those links where they tell you, share this link with so many people and we will give you a free item and free shipping. But the trick is that you need to share that link too many times, way too many times, and maybe the proposal will never arrive. For me, I consider that not effective PPC ad. Maybe it will give you a conversion, which you need to create an account, but you don't really gain nothing from that because many people do not buy something from your store. An effective PPC ad needs to be effective, but not only effective, it needs to be true. It needs to match your main page. You cannot be out there on the internet or on a billboard lying to your customers just to generate traffic through your page. And now that we have learned how to make a strategy, we can now talk about conversions that I mentioned earlier. What is a conversion? A conversion is when an ad creates a desired action for your business, whether it's creating an account for businesses like social media, Facebook, Instagram, etc., or buying something from a business, like going to the store, etc. For those kinds of conversions, you need to track your metrics, because after the conversion is finished, you already reached success, right? But it's not that you reached your desired success and stop there. You can track your business capabilities with these metrics. With CTR, click-through rate, what is that? The click-through rate measures the amount of traffic through your page or your ads to know which ads are more effective than others, depending on what kind of message are you trying to send to your customers. And also your CPC, cost per click. This measures, again, how much traffic It's generated through ads, but it measures how much it costs for you. For example, let's say out of 100 people that went through your link to your page, 20 of them actually bought something or created an account. This means that it's about 20% effective. Maybe with another strategy, maybe 40 people went through the page and actually converted for your business. And also the conversion rate. That's the most important part. You need to learn and to see how much of the people going through your business are actually converting, to see how effective your business activities are.
Well, as like as we have seen in this presentation, PPC is an important tool for businesses. We have learned why it's a PPC campaign, why businesses use it, how to build a strategy, how to create effective ads, and why conversions are the real measure for success. However, launching a PPC campaign is not the end of the process. In fact, this is just the beginning. This continuous process is called a PPC optimization, which means making improvements to achieve better results over time. So one of the most common optimization techniques is the A/B testing. This means creating two different versions of an ad and comparing their performance. So for example, a business can create two different deadlines or call to action buttons to see which one creates more clicks and generate more conversions. Another essential practice is monitoring performance. Marketers, as Jose was mentioned before, analyze key metrics such as click-through rate, cost per click, and conversion rate. These metrics help them understand what is working well and what needs to be improved. Businesses also can maintain or use keywords. So, for example, if certain keywords bring visitors who are not interested in the product or the service, they can be replaced with more relevant ones. This helps to attract a more qualified audience while reducing unnecessary costs. Finally, businesses can adjust their budget allocation. So instead of spending the same amount on every campaign, they can invest more on those ads that perform well and reducing spending on those that don't. This allows companies to maximize their return on investment. So to conclude, we have seen that the companies invest in clear goals, effective ads, and ongoing optimization, they are not just increasing website traffic, but also they are creating better opportunities to growth, attract customers, and to stay competitive in today's digital world. That's why PPC has become an important tool for businesses of all sizes. When it is used correctly, it can transform advertising into measurable results and long-term success. So the next time that you see an online advertisement, remember that behind it, there's not just a pet click, but also a well-planned marketing strategy designed to connect the right audience with the right message. Thank you very much.
group. This group is formed by Dilana Garcia and Miguel Ramos, and they will be presenting social media marketing.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to start with a simple question. How many times have you checked your social media today? 1, 2, 3 times? Many times, I guess. Most of us use platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube. But have you started to think about how these platforms influence what we buy, we eat, or brands that we trust? Whether we realize it or not, social media has become an important part of our daily lives, and it has completely changed the way businesses communicate with their customers. So today, my classmate Dylan and I are going to talk about social media marketing and why it is one of the most important tools in modern marketing. So what is social media marketing? According to the Hotspot Academic Online course, it is the process of using social media platform to promote business, build relationships with customer, and achieve specific marketing goals. However, successful social media marketing is not just about posting attractive pictures or entertaining videos. It requires planning, research, and a clear understanding of the audience. And this is where marketing research becomes essential. Before creating a campaign, companies need to answer questions such as who is our target audience, what problem do they have, which platform do they use, or what type of content capture their attraction. By collecting and analyzing this information, companies can create a content that is more relevant and meaningful for their customer. But why is social media marketing important? First, it is important to increase brand awareness. Social media allows businesses to reach millions of people around the world, making their brand more visible and recognizable. Second, it builds relationship with their customer. Companies can interact directly with their customers through comments, direct message, and feedbacks. This interaction helps to build trust and a long-term customer loyalty. Third, it helps to improve the customer engagement. When businesses create useful, entertaining, or inspiring content, people are more likely to like, comment, share, or interact with the brand. A good engagement means a stronger connection with customer. And finally, social media drives traffic and sales. A successful social media campaign can encourage with potential customer to visit the company's website, learn more about its product, and ultimately make a purchase. Because of these benefits, businesses establish clear marketing goals for their social media marketing efforts. These goals may include increasing brand awareness, growing their online community, generating leads, improving their customer engagement, or boosting sales. To achieve this goal, companies use different social media platforms depending on their audience. For example, TikTok and Instagram are more popular for visual and short form content. Facebook helps to build communities and promote businesses, and YouTube is ideal for educational and video content, and others are mainly used for professional networking and business communication. However, choosing the right platform is only one part of the strategy. A successful social media campaign, also requires a strong content strategy. First, businesses must identify their target audience by understanding their age, interests, needs, and preference. Next, they need to set clear marketing goals so they can measure their success. And then they choose their platform. They choose the platform that best match with their audience and objectives. And finally, they create a valuable and engaging content that inform, entertain, or solves problems while encourage people to interact with the brand. So what can we learn from this? So social media is much more than creating posts. It is a strategic tool that helps companies to understand the audience, build relationships with their customer, and achieve their marketing goals. So now my partner will explain about how these businesses identify their target audience and builds engagement and develop a strong online community. Thank you for your attention.
It's working. Thank you, Miguel. Now I want to talk about the two important things in social media marketing: your target audience and engagement and community. Your target audience is the group of people who are most likely to buy your product or service. They share the same interests, needs, and behaviors. So the key is to understand your customers, how they look for a product or a brand specific. So for the other hand, once you are speaking with the right people, the next step is the engagement and community. Engagement means likes, comments, shares, and message. It helps look for how to understand your customer better and build a strong relationship. A community is a group of loyal people who feel connect with your brand, and a strong community creates trust, increase loyalty, and build that connect with your company. So that is important because the company needs that help for the people who shared the product in social medias and looked for that. So it is helping for look more be listened for the people. So as a conclusion, social media, it's a powerful tool for business today. It helps brand become more visible and connect personality with customers, increase engagement, and grow. By knowing your goals, understanding your target audience, and connected with people, build that strong relationship with your clients, So social media is not just about the selling. It's about telling your brand story, be listened for people. So thank you very much.
Wonderful and productive morning. I think that we were learning a lot, and I'm very proud of all of you. I think that you were doing such a great job. Congratulations. And I know that I have to see you on Monday, but it's going to be different because we're going to be virtual. So I would like to take the opportunity and to say that it was a great time sharing with you this semester. And I hope that you have a wonderful moment in vacation time that you will have in next weeks. So recharge your energy to start the second semester, most of you with the practicum. So congratulations, and seriously, I'm very proud.
I also want to extend my congratulations to you guys. I think all of you look very professional up here. And I saw that some of you also took some recommendations. So, as well as Professor Curry, I'm very proud of you. And I know that you have a lot of potential and a lot of path to keep going and keep growing. So, congratulations, guys. You did well today.
And before we go, I would like to take the opportunity, since you are very good looking today, so I think that we should take a group picture, right? So come here, please.